listening to the Bantering Bohs Show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Bohs fans, it's your boy JR. Do you like to shop? Of course you do. Amazon is everything you need. I mean, literally, everything you need. From Amazon Fire tablets to the latest Blu-rays and video games, all you got to do is just click on that Amazon banner on our website, thebanteringbohs.com. And if you really want to help us out and support the whole thing we got going on here, then please do us a favor. Do all your shopping through our Amazon page here at the Bantering Bohs. Thank you.
And we are on. Finally.
I'm wide awake.
Finally awake. Oh, yeah. If that didn't wake you up, then I don't know what will. And we're referring to the audio levels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those were some high audio levels. You guys didn't hear that, but everybody else.
What?
What?
What levels?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, normally we start off with a banter, but this is a special movie, summer movie. And before we, get into the summer movies and start talking about it, because we got a lot to talk about, only so much time, I have put together a little was it contemplation? Compilation?
Compilation?
Yeah, combination? I don't know.
Compilation.
When you put like a whole bunch of stuff together.
Compilation.
Compilation. Thank you. God. I have put together a compilation of all kinds of little things. I think you might enjoy. This will get us in the mood for summer movies, and if anything else, it was a good way to spend 3 hours this evening. So, without further ado,
does that work?
It was outside of work.
Okay.
Shh. Quiet.
What if there was a place? A secret place where nothing was impossible. A miraculous place where you could actually change the world.
I look at each of you, and I see the marks of this long and terrible war. If we die tonight, mankind dies with us.
It's not about saving our world. It's about saving theirs. I need you to be the Ant-Man.
One question. Is it too late to change the name?
This time it ain't just about being fast.
Isn't why we fight so we can end the fight and go home?
We have learned more in the past decade from genetics than a century of digging up bones. A whole new frontier has opened up. We have our first genetically modified hybrid.
You just went and made a new dinosaur? Probably not a good idea.
Well, you amazingly failed.
Oh, Walter, look! These adorable little freaks are headed to Orlando, too.
No.
What's your name?
My name is Max. My world is fire.
Magic. Magic man.
Hello?
Dominic Toretto. You don't know me. You're about to.
I've been waiting for you.
I'll be back.
What?
Yeah, Samantha Jackson. What's your middle name?
Leslie.
Oh my God, you're Sam L. Jackson.
That's great. I mean, just like Sam L. Jackson.
Who is that?
You ever seen any movie ever? He's the black guy.
Here we all are. With nothing but our wit and our will to save the world. So stand and fight.
No way we all get through this. I got no plans tomorrow night.
That's the best you can do!
Badass.
Like it or not, you and your friends are a part of it now. I don't have friends. I got family.
All right, I'm going to ask you a few test questions now. You ready?
Yep, bring it on.
Do you consider yourself to be human?
Objection.
Sustained.
No, the witness can object.
Overruled.
Sidebar.
Guilty.
Speculation.
Hearsay.
Bailiff.
Briefcase.
Disregard.
In my chamber.
Stop Beaver on the witness.
Arrest.
We could totally be lawyers. Bang.
It's like when a girl asks if you want to bang her hot sister. Of course you say no. Neither of you really believes you mean it, though.
What is he doing here?
Whew.
You have way too much time on your hands.
Yeah, I do. And without further ado, why not just kick it off?
This is the Bantering Bohs Show. Brian Thomas, the movie buff. From movie news and reviews to the most useless movie facts you don't need to know. Brian is the true connoisseur of Hollywood. Brad Beals, video game guru. From the latest trending gaming reviews to highlights of the best games you're not playing, there's a reason we call him Game Genie. James Revere, the sports fanatic. From game recaps to stats to insight on the latest sports controversies. Move over, Bob Costas. JR will run you over. And now, here are your hosts, the Bohs.
Welcome, everyone, to the Bantering Bohs show. My name is Brian Thomas, and joining me, as always, is the rest of the Bohs. Mr. James Revere.
Yo.
And Mr. Brad Beals.
Howdy, howdy.
This is the show where we recap the latest news and hot topics in video games, sports, and movies, and then banter about them. But tonight, it is the Summer Movie 2015 preview.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we will say happy Hump Day, happy Thirsty Thursday, whenever you listen to this.
Hump Day.
Hump Day, Thirsty Thursday, Bradley.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Right.
whatever we want to call it. So, we are talking all movies tonight. The boys, well, bottom line, it was a slow news week for everybody, so
We're taking a back seat. That's what we're doing.
We're just going to banter, and that's what we love to do. So, first of all, how you guys doing tonight?
Yeah, hanging in there.
Hanging in there?
Pretty good. Pretty solid.
Summer is right around the corner. Can't you feel it?
Thank God.
40 degrees.
Not yet. Yeah.
40 degrees in
It's
April.
40 degrees.
You know.
And
I heard it might be springtime on Sunday, but it might be autumn by Tuesday.
Yeah. Maryland weather for you.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like summer yet.
It teases us. That's what it does. It starts out where it's like, oh, here's some nice little 60 degrees, maybe a little 70, and back down to the 30s again.
Well, I'm kind of glad that you brought up teases because that kind of kicks it off tonight with
them transitions, son.
That's all the movies are teases right about now.
Yeah,
What's
actually,
coming out
well, I
here?
mean, technically summer movies season used to start in June, and I believe the first one was Jaws that really, counts as one of the big first summer movies ever or whatever. Right. But since then, of course, have, sequels, and that's pretty much what everything is now. It's about summer sequels. It's all about CGI. Who can have the bigger explosions? Who can have the cheesier one-liners?
I'm pretty sure Michael Bay is trying to corner that market.
Well, he's not involved this summer.
Thank God.
But it sure felt like it when I saw a movie the other night, I must say. But I want to start off tonight at least with... like I said, the first movie, summer movie season hasn't really kicked off, but technically it has. Now all the summer movies are starting in April, getting a head start. At this time last year was Captain America Winter Soldier.
Correct.
Made quite a bit of deal of money, as a matter of fact. Made at least $97 million. Go ahead.
Did that come out in the beginning of April, or was that towards the end of April? Because I remember it was around the May-ish time.
If one of you guys wants to do research on that while we're getting stuff started here, maybe it was middle to end of April.
Certainly didn't have anything to compete against.
Yeah, true.
That's what that's why it's actually smart for these production companies, movie theaters to just kind of or movie companies to kind of release their movies when it's just like, okay, we've been in a drought of crappy movies. Bottom line, especially this year. I mean, I think the last good movie I saw, it's been probably since American Sniper, I think, and that's technically from last year too. So there really hasn't been. I mean, we didn't get a chance to see. What was it, Barry?
April 4th.
April 4th.
That's what it was. It was early. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Yep. So see, everything is starting. Marvel is on that bandwagon. The Fast and Furious franchise is on that. Next year, believe it or not, hopefully if we're here next year, which I would assume we are.
So far.
In March, actually, that's when summer movie season's going to be kicking off with Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. So it's
finally they're going to get that off the ground.
It's only going to come out sooner. Of course, that was supposed to come out this year and isn't. But we will start tonight with Furious 7, which just came out. At the time we record this, it is April 9th, 2015. Furious 7 was released on April 3rd. I won't go into the whole synopsis of it, but I will say, pretty much
a lot of money.
It's Jason Statham coming back, and it's a revenge. It's advertised as more revenge on the Fast and Furious crew. Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, may he rest in peace. It's his final movie. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, Ludacris, Tyrese Gibson, Jordana Brewster. Somehow Ronda Rousey makes a cameo appearance in there too.
Michelle
Rodriguez. Yeah. They have some newcomers. Kurt Russell. Yeah, definitely. Captain Ron in there, of course. Why not? So we can talk a little about this. James and I did have a chance to see this, but we don't want to go. We're going spoiler free. Okay. But we just want to share our thoughts on it. Maybe JR. Just to the point is, I think this is one that's got a lot of high anticipation. Fast and Furious franchise has been going since 2001, and that's been since us. Yeah. Most of us have been in high school, at least.
High school, middle.
We were getting ready to graduate.
Yeah, so this one's been out for a while. It was on pause for a little while, and then this is a franchise that has been able to reinvent itself.
Surprisingly.
From a heist thriller, pretty much a new Ocean's 11, to, I don't know what you want to count 6 as.
I'd say A-Team is what I said.
Then if you see Furious 7, then you'll understand that's A-Team Unplugged.
Okay.
Yeah. The biggest thing about this is, and I have to do some numbers here. I believe that made over $140 million on its first weekend.
I think it was 146 opening weekend.
Yeah, exactly. It was lots and lots of money, and this franchise, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think you're probably going to see another Furious 8. The producers are saying they don't know yet. I think it all depends on where they want to go with the story and so forth. But I mean, I guess the biggest thing is, even though JR, you saw it and I saw it, were you in? I'm sure you were like, would you say you were highly anticipated to see this movie?
It was definitely on my list to start the year, no question.
Yeah, so
I'm pretty sure we've been talking about this ever since the podcast's inception. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much with these movies, and for anybody who hasn't seen a Furious movie or Fast and Furious movie, first of all, it started off with a remake of Point Break. That's what that's the bottom line. I've said that for a long time to come, and I still will. You're not going to see the acting. You're going to see a mindless action flick, which is what it's turned into, over the top action. It's
with some witty one-liners thrown in there.
It's got some one-liners, yeah. It's about the cars. It's about, James Wan likes to show the booty pictures a little bit more than Justin Lin, so he stepped it up there.
Cars, music, and booty.
Yeah, because 6 is missing that, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's not so much about the street racing, but I think everybody likes this movie because they've always said about, like, all the different kinds of characters you can get in here, though, too. Right. And it's just, sure, we can make fun of Vin Diesel all day. I don't got friends. I got family. But it really is. It just we go to see and hang out with this group, and they do. We do get enjoyment. We do get some laughs, and seeing them. And so it's just kind of seeing like, okay, what is the gang up to this time?
Yeah,
almost though too. So,
what hijinks can they get into?
Yeah, just like, well, how are they?
Jump in the mystery machine. What are you going to get into?
How are they going to? How are they going to outdo themselves from a tank and bringing you down an airplane?
Oh, did they?
And boy, did they. From the trailers, I'm not giving away any spoilers here. We're going to, skydive, some cars out of an airplane. And, we're going to turbo boost a car from a building.
In Dubai.
In Dubai,
and you hear the price tag on that car, Brad. I almost had to walk out and vomit.
Yeah. And it's all about the send-off. I think that's what a lot of people are curious about for Paul Walker. And might I say that it is well worth the price of admission. So, that's Furious 7. So, definitely I'll give it the ding. JR, you'll give it a ding. Bradley?
I'm seeing it tomorrow after this, so next time we record, I'll have my opinion.
So you do want to see it?
I'm going to go see it, definitely.
Okay, so we'll just put that. Okay. When we go through these movies, though, we'll say, do you want to see
it or do not? Yes.
Okay.
So yes, Brian,
because we can't rank it on a Bow scale, Bradley, at all, unfortunately.
Well, you always ask me whenever I see a movie, and happens in the text message. He's like, all right, how'd you rank it? How many bows? I'm like, I just got out of the film.
Yeah. Well, just off the top of your head. Yeah. I can change my mind on like a lot of movies right now. I can tell you what I would rate Furious 7, but I'm going to save it for the actual next episode for when you guys listen to it.
Gotcha.
So, moving on. There wasn't a lot of stuff in April, though, guys, unfortunately. I mean, I know it says it's the kickoff. That's why I said this is a tease, because it leaves almost less than a month, maybe about 3 weeks until the real kickoff happens.
Right.
If this was a business, then this would be like the unofficial, the soft opening or whatever. And like I said, everybody's almost got like cabin fever of going to see summer movies. Now, May 1st, Avengers Age of Ultron. I can already tell you. Yeah, I think all of us are in on this, but we still have to go through this anyway. So we're picking up where we left off from the last Avengers movie, so to speak, from the shawarma scene. I don't know why they call it the shawarma scene.
I don't know.
Because that's where they ate.
Is that where they
shawarma,
ate?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You ever been to shawarma over on 3rd? They got these great pitas. Good falafels. We should go.
See, all this time I thought they were eating
weren't they
burgers.
eating burgers?
Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought it was burgers. See, I'm not the only one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I thought they were eating burgers at the end of it. But,
I could be wrong. Whatever. So it's picking up on those events. Since then, we've had a whole new Phase 2. We've had Iron Man 3.
Yeah, so
whatever
that picks
you
up
guys think
afterwards.
about that. We've had Thor: The Dark World.
Right.
We've had Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Definitely give that a ding from last year. And we've had Guardians of the Galaxy, which technically is a standalone, but it still fits into that Marvel Cinematic Universe, though, too.
They're collective, yeah.
So it did tie into it. Now, you will not see... Well, actually, you will see Loki in there. You're going to see...
Of course they're going to have him in there. How else are they going to get some girls in there?
Yeah, sure.
Tom Hiddleston!
Don't see the attraction. Yeah,
they got their body pillows on the side.
We have a new... I would almost say this is kind of like the standalone bad guy kind of movie or whatever for the Avengers. Ultron is... It might be one of the biggest foes that the Avengers have ever... I don't know too much about the comics. Maybe you guys can weigh on this a little bit more. I mean, originally he was created by Ant-Man Hank Pym.
Right.
Now, granted, Ant-Man, which we will talk about later on in this episode, Ant-Man is not involved yet with the Avengers. So right now, what they've done is Joss Whedon is coming back to direct this, who directed the first Avengers, and he is, put his own little spin of Ultron. That was his plan all along, though, too. So now you have Tony Stark creating his own kind of Ultron, which actually I think makes sense. At least with this cinematic universe, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And he's pretty much created a evil Iron Man suit, the way I would say it, though, too. So
I done goofed.
So that's how the Civil War really starts.
Dun, dun, dun.
Exactly.
You messed up, Iron Man. Shut up, Captain.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Literally, yeah. So, I mean, we've seen these trailers since the end of last year. Now, granted, it wasn't the highest ranking trailer. 50 Shades of Grey might have outdid it. There.
Everyone was waiting for the dialogue in that movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And it wasn't there.
Yeah, but, ever since we saw this trailer, at least I remember when I saw this trailer, I was like...
That hype, yo.
Yeah. It's leaked. I'm going to post pictures all over Instagram.
Oh, my God. He was
Yes.
I was like, Brian, put your pants back on.
I tried my best, too. And
Hey,
we
guys, you want to record? Hey, Brian, put it away. That's not the microphone.
Yes.
Yeah. It's... What can I say? It's like pretty much the greatest hits of the Avenger... I'm sorry, greatest hits of Marvel in here. Everybody's in here. We're not going to get another Iron Man film, so of course I'm excited to see RDJ in there. I had to say it.
You have to. I know you do. Oh, Jesus.
So would that mean that he has a clean slate for the rest of the Marvel universe?
Oh, inside jokes.
Yeah.
Fatality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop that bass.
Yeah. Drop the bass. All right. So, I mean... I don't know where you guys stand right now with Marvel movies. I think overall you guys get some enjoyment out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Where does this stand as your... We'll talk about the top 3 summer anticipated movies after we go through the list. But right now, what do you guys think about what you've seen with the trailers and,
I definitely want to see how menacing how Ultron is, especially.
Right.
I mean, when you show off, especially the Hulkbuster, it's like, well, there's your action scene right there.
Right.
Sad thing is, I'm going to see that be the crescendo. Let's be honest. You definitely want to see Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch actually be integrated.
We've seen Quicksilver, though.
Yeah, we've seen Quicksilver too. He was good in that, but this is,
I hope this is a different Quicksilver. This is a Russian Quicksilver.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and see how, especially Scarlet Witch is brought into the mix. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Especially. Other than that, it's like, I want my stupid action. I want my, my action, my over top, comic style ones. I want to see, my characters be their characters, but
yeah,
it's going to be your kind of like rundown checklist of your summer blockbuster, things. You got your explosions, you got your witty banter, you got this. All right, good. But you expand upon that, especially. So.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you have material to work with. So, again, I'm going to see it, but I may be very critical, sadly.
Yeah.
That's what I hate to be.
I don't know. JR, what do you want to...
Just give me my popcorn, my soda. I'm gonna enjoy it.
I think this movie's going to be almost 2.5 hours because this is Joss Whedon's last Marvel movie, and I mean, average. I mean, even
if it's 3 hours, I'll still be there.
I'd still go see it. I mean, now we talked about how I'm not going to go see all the Marvel movies like that 24-hour thing or whatever it is.
Oh,
just go see, or the 2-day thing. Just go
it's
see
like a
all the
2-day pass
movies.
to see all of them linked up. Yeah.
Now there is something AMC is offering where you can see both Avengers movies back to back. Now, that I think I'm going to end up doing. Actually.
So you watch the first one, and then
because I never saw the first one in theaters, and I think that might make it more enjoyable. Just to see it actually in theaters. I don't know. I'm doing my Marvel countdown right now. My favorite Marvel movies, and pretty much it's Iron Man and Winter Soldier, and Avengers. So, no, Guardians would be in there. Of
Guardians
course, too.
is at least in there. It was
So,
entertaining.
real quick for those of you that do enjoy a quick plot synopsis, Iron Man is the head of the pack this time as he tries to initiate a peacekeeping program after S.H.I.E.L.D. has been destroyed. However, it backfires, ends up to the Avengers to save the world. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson,
Schwing,
Chris Hemsworth, Jeremy Renner, who's that? And Mark Ruffalo. And, of course, Samuel L. Jackson in there, too.
Samuel.
Yeah, so I think...
He did.
all right. We'll talk about this real quick. Let me get this off my chest. First of all, Marvel, okay, I'm always wishy-washy with you because that damn mouse. And, if you're going to kill a character this time, kill him.
Yeah.
You really. I mean, Sam L. Jackson, never mind. I won't go into spoilers with, Winter Soldier's been out for a year. You know what? You try killing Nick Fury. It's not dramatic. That's fine. Yeah. Good mood lighting. Thank you. God, derailing. Anyway, if you're going to kill a character like Agent Coulson from the first Avengers, then make it worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's to the point now. If you're going to say kill Thor, it'd be like, oh, he's going to come back. We know that.
Don't worry, the comics already got a female version. They're lined up. We're good.
Right. So I just, I fear that's the only thing with the Marvel movies that
if you're going to kill him
style. Exactly,
But, they
you're going to kill
the...
Groot, he's going to be coming, a little bonsai tree again.
Yeah.
Whatever, but...
He'll come back.
Yeah.
He's a sapling. They won't do that because they don't want to screw themselves and get themselves stuck in a corner if they have, sequels come down the line. So that's also, from a studio perspective.
Right.
So.
You want to take any bets on who's going to be the one to die?
Ooh.
I'll take Hawkeye.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You're not a top tier character. Let's be honest.
You go out there. You're an Avenger.
I hate to say it, but I think our man Samuel L. bites the bullet for real this time.
His contract is up. That's a good. That's a good guess.
Probably.
Another guess that's out there is actually
Scarlett.
No, no, she'll be back. No, trust me, she's
half the reason
fine.
they make $100 million is her in those suits.
No, Iron Patriot. I think he's.
They're gonna knock out.
Did you see him in any of the rest of the trailers aside from that beginning?
No, I didn't see him. I didn't even see him that he was gonna be in there.
When they did the pick up Thor's hammer thing, he was there with the crew. But after that, you don't see him. Just saying.
I
don't know.
Characters, yeah.
But they've left a lot of stuff out of the trailer.
Come on,
huh?
No big laugh.
War Machine rocks, man.
Yeah, War Machine does rock.
All right, moving on here. This is one that I haven't had a chance to see any of the old movies because they do go back. I think this is the early 80s, actually maybe 79, 82 era. Mad Max Fury Road. Now, this is a semi-sequel, but you don't have to see the old ones to understand it. That's the good news for us. For any of you who haven't seen them, I'm going to go back and try and watch them. I believe they're on Netflix right now.
They are.
So Mad Max, played by Tom Hardy, decides to wander alone, but he gets caught up with the group fleeing across the wasteland, escaping from a tyrannical citadel. Also features Charlize Theron in it, so can't go wrong there, with especially that kind of talent. Minus Monster.
No.
So, Tom Hardy, ever since I saw him in Inception, I'm in okay, I can get down with this guy. I mean, he didn't really get to act so much in Bane in Dark Knight Rises. That's him in a mask just doing bad Sean Connery voice.
Yep.
Still enjoyed him, though, but I I'd like to see what he brings to the table. He looks like a young Mel Gibson. We have the guy who directed the original Mad Max movies coming back, and he's almost like 80 years old, probably right about
Jesus.
now. But the pace of these trailers, and we posted them on our website, thebanteringbohs.com. They're just, it's nonstop action, and it's just it's what Waterworld wanted to be. But it couldn't be.
This
Waterworld, but on land.
This looks like a giant mind F, but a good action mind F, though, too.
This might be Miller's Requiem by the end of this, at the scope he's made this movie.
Yeah. Like I said, I'd like to see the originals, so I kind of have a background of what's going on or whatever. But like I said, for any of you guys that don't really care to see the old-fashioned movies, that's fine. You can go into this with an open mind and just say, hey, respect this for what it is, though, too. So, what do you guys want to see it, Bradley?
I have a fleeting interest in it. That's the thing. I only saw bits and pieces of the first one.
Yay
so
or nay?
I'll give it a slight yay. I mean, it's summer, so.
Jared?
Love the first one. Couldn't make it to the third one because Tina Turner just scares me. But,
well, weren't there three, though? I believe it went
it was
Mad Max, Road Warrior, and then Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Can we get Beyond Thunderdome?
I couldn't get beyond the Thunderdome because Tina kept me rolling Rid the River.
No.
But, no, I'm all aboard for this one. Miller's great with these apocalyptic worlds.
I can't believe I think he's the one who directed the Penguins movies, though, too. Like those CGI penguins. I don't know if it's not Penguins in Madagascar.
Happy Feet?
Yes, Happy Feet. Yes.
Okay.
I can't believe a guy like that could direct this. But
you
I've seen crazier
world
things
for that. Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know where
Feet's so bad.
I don't know where he's been, but apparently he's been. I mean, this movie was supposed to come out. It had like reshoots or whatever, and it had so much bad press. But all of a sudden, these trailers came out last year at Comic-Con, and it's just like, okay, this looks really good. And if it's the same pace, everybody's saying the pace that the trailers have is the same pace of the movies, I'm all in. Yeah. So I'll give it a ding, too. So, all right, moving, and that comes out on May 15th.
Okay.
Also on May 15th, for those of you that don't want to see that, Pitch Perfect 2. I had to mention this because we do have some female listeners out there. And for the guy listeners that are all into Anna Kendrick, JR.
Red boxing.
We will go over this really quickly. For those of you who didn't see Pitch Perfect, it's actually a cute little movie. It talks about a cappella group, and the sequel follows Becca Anna Kendrick and her cappella group through their senior year at Barnum University with Rebel Wilson, Brittany Snow, and Elizabeth Banks. Elizabeth Banks was in the first one. Now she's actually directing it. Elizabeth Banks, if you don't know that name, she was actually in The Hunger Games. She's the kind of makeup kind of one to Katniss or whatever. Yeah. Kind of her fashion girl or whatever, and she's actually directing it. It looks pretty funny, all things considered. Rebel Wilson, whether you're a fan or not, she is funny. She's playing herself again, almost. It's but I think they're fun for what they are, though, too. And sometimes nice little easygoing comedy is just what we need.
Yeah.
So I'll give it the ding. Take the girlfriend out there, take the boyfriend out to it, whatever. So. Bradley.
You got someone on the side there, Brian. You're not telling Chrissy.
You don't see no ring. You don't see no ring, do you?
Oh, terrible.
Oh. Yeah.
Gotcha on that one.
Gotcha.
Thanks. Sorry, I never did see the first one, so
I think you would like the first one actually.
Probably, I'll have to rent it to see. So
this is a red box for me as well. I'm not paying $14 to go see this on the big.
Go see it on the Sunday morning matinee then. Okay.
I'm not even paying $7.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Oh, well. Anyway, moving on to May 22nd. This is one that, I'm still scratching my head on just because I'm kind of curious to see what it's going to bring. This is Tomorrowland.
Oh, yeah.
Synopsis: mixed group of people set out to find and unravel what happened to Tomorrowland in order to save the world. With George Clooney, directed by Brad Bird, who directed The Incredibles, Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol. He also just finished, he's working on the script for Incredibles 2 as we speak, as a matter of fact, though, too, for those of you that are fans.
That was good.
Is it based on the whole Disney theme park?
Yeah,
to a
probably.
point, yes, and it's from the writer of Lost. What was his name?
Damon Lindelof?
Yeah. Forget about Prometheus. We won't mention that at all. Yeah.
What does it all mean?
Yeah. I'm kind of interested to see this movie. it's like he created his own little world, and he turned down a chance to direct Star Wars to do this. That says a lot. I mean, maybe he didn't want to be held down by contracts and the suits. I don't know. I mean, he's still working for the mouse, but at the same time, though, it's just like, okay, he gets his creative freedom to do this, and I think it's going to be the surprise hit of the summer. It's not going to be one that people are going to be rushing out to see, but
that's what I could kind of see. It would be one of those ones where word of mouth would probably help it, especially.
Right.
Visually is probably when I'm going to be going into this with expectations. It's like, okay, wow me with your visuals if you make this seem really good, but at the same time, is that the one thing that holds up the film? Well, Avatar shows that. But can George Clooney and the rest of the characters hold up, well, the story? And how does that tie into, Tomorrowland of the theme park ride, but actually a movie based around,
Right.
So, I guess I'm going into it thinking, just wow me, show me what you got. So.
It's kind of like how when Inception came out, we didn't know much about it, but to a point, I like that because I'm getting tired of these trailers. When I say these trailers, I mean pretty much all trailers that spoil a movie before I go into it.
They tell you the plot and everything else.
Yeah, or they just give away the whole movie.
Yeah, true.
And we'll talk about that on our next upcoming episode with a movie called Southpaw because, but overall, though, I mean, this hasn't spoiled anything. It just gives you just a little bits and pieces, like we saw in the Super Bowl trailer, and it's just like, okay, well, we have some really incredible CGI. From what I can tell, you have George Clooney, who's going to be more supporting to the female actress in there, so it could be interesting. So I'll give it the ding, and maybe all of us can go see that too. Poltergeist. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I figure, there's some horror movie fans out there. It's a new take on the classic horror film. A family relocates to a suburban home where Barrett kidnaps their daughter, Jared Harris, Sam Rockwell, and Rosemary DeWitt. It's based on the Steven Spielberg one, though he didn't direct it. He unofficially did.
Yeah.
I never had a chance to see it, though. But this one's got the freaky-looking clown, on the movie poster. And I'm not big into horror movies. That's why I really don't talk about them. But maybe you guys can shed some light on it, though, too, for me.
Unfortunately, I'm right there with you. Horror films, just personally, I just don't like. My whole thing, especially with them, is that I hate being afraid, and I know a lot of people go into that. They're like, "Oh, it's that rush. You get that adrenaline rush." I hate that feeling, just to be brutally honest. So I tend to stay away from horror flicks. But too spooky for me. Hashtag.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take the same approach with this one, like I did with his attempt on the remake of The Evil Dead. I'm gonna hold off.
You're talking about Sam Raimi, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of course, we all love the original with Bruce Campbell as Ash, the shotgun-toting, chainsaw-armed.
This is my boomstick.
There we go. But this is a head scratcher for me, though. It's another one of those. Did we really need to redo this one?
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be remakes out there. We know that's inevitable, and. Was this one that needs... I mean, not a lot of people... I mean, people who are fans of horror movies are fans of this. Everybody knows at least what, has heard of Poltergeist before, but it's not something I don't think it's going to make too much money. If they can make back their budget, then I think it's a success. So...
I guess also timing-wise, too, if they really think about it.
It doesn't have really any competition. Well, I mean, I take that back. Tomorrowland's probably going to top it.
But in terms of the horror genre itself, they don't really have competition in that regard.
Right.
So.
I mean, it's sci-fi movie versus more horror movie, so it's going to be... I think Tomorrowland's going to be, you got George Clooney versus Sam Rockwell. And Sam Rockwell is a great actor, but I think star power
also,
will actually help
rating-wise, we're talking Poltergeist, we're talking what rating? Rated R?
PG-13.
And Tomorrowland is...
Probably PG.
Yep. So
more family.
I think it'll also depend a lot on the cult following. Though,
yeah.
That is a beyond cult classic from the 80s in regards to horror. So it might be a thing of, okay, let's see how bad they butchered this one.
Yeah, and of course they'll go out and critique it better than we could probably and banter more better in that regard. So sorry, again,
it's not for me, but I mean, it's for other people.
True,
though,
true.
too. So, but I
Exactly.
figured it was worth a mention. Anyway,
Yeah.
this one I don't know why I'm going to mention, but it's called The Rock versus an Earthquake. No, I'm sorry, it's called San Andreas. Comes out May 29th. A massive earthquake.
Wait a minute, the Grand Theft Auto game?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. A massive earthquake hits California, and rescue helicopter pilot sets out across the state to find his daughter with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yeah.
Is Ridley Scott doing this?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
Had him written
No, but it's
over
got
it.
Paul Giamatti in it, though. So that's got to make it credible. Love The Rock, but I don't know. I mean,
He's looking for a paycheck.
Huh? Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to say I think it's a better selection for him versus Hercules.
Yeah.
But if I got nothing to do, then maybe I'll go see it. But I think it's one that I'm just going to say I'll wait to Redbox it. And
This is going to be a rainy Friday in September, October. You need something for the Blu-ray player.
Exactly. Yeah. This is Memorial Day weekend, so it actually might not be too bad. It's probably got a PG-13 rating on there, so it could be interesting. People, what was the last disaster flick we've had? Was that
2012? Maybe.
I think a lot
the
of
one
it,
that everybody went to see was probably The Day After Tomorrow. if I had to
there,
guess.
but then
That was probably the big
2012 was
one.
later.
2012, but that
after.
wasn't as big. Same director, but I mean,
no,
yeah,
that's
I mean,
I kind of enjoyed that one compared to Day After Tomorrow.
yeah,
I think there's a
Didn't see
point
me.
where the disaster films kind of like teared off,
right?
Because it's like when you look at them,
Yeah, it was like 2012, the end of the world, literally.
Yeah.
Where do we go?
Right.
Yeah, but no, just like in terms of just like how burnt out. Because if you look in the late '90s, there were a ton of like disaster films. Like there was like two of them in one year.
With Tommy Lee Jones,
Dante's Peak and Volcano.
Oh, Volcano.
Same year.
James Bond versus the Volcano and Tommy Lee Jones
They
versus
had
Volcano.
Armageddon.
This is my
Deep,
happy face.
Deep Impact, Armageddon. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, but are we watching the film just for the?
We're watching it for The Rock and just to see what he can
exactly,
do.
The Rock doing. Yeah,
He's playing a helicopter pilot. Come on, that's believable.
This will be another one of those straight, give me my popcorn and action type flick. Just
yeah, true.
go with it, not expecting anything, and
no
maybe
expectations.
you'll be,
Yeah,
this
why
wasn't
not?
terrible.
Go into expectations.
There could be other ones. We'll mention this one also May 29th. It's called Aloha. Have you guys heard of this one?
No, please tell
No.
me about
Okay.
it.
It's got Bradley Cooper, Emma Stone, Rachel McAdams, Jay
I saw this
Baruchel,
trailer now.
Alec Baldwin, and Danny McBride.
It's like a military notebook.
Well,
Interesting.
you guys might know the name of the director, Cameron Crowe. Cameron Crowe, excuse me.
Okay.
He directed Jerry Maguire, Almost Famous. Yeah, it's a military contractor returns to the site where he established his biggest success and rekindles an old love while falling for an Air Force watchdog. Bradley Cooper and an Emma Stone kind of romantic Jerry Maguire kind of movie with some witty humor in there. Bill Murray's actually in it too as a boss, so that could be interesting there too.
Murray's a boss,
but he
yeah.
won't get my money for this one.
Yeah, maybe something to take the wife, girlfriend, or boyfriend out too. I don't know. I mean, I say pass and save it for Redbox. That's just me. So,
Well, that's just our opinion. Yeah, we'll wait
I
for
mean, it could be
Redbox.
good, but I mean, if it's a Cameron Crowe film, First of all, I don't think it's a good idea to release that kind of a movie during the summertime or whatever.
You wait till around now.
I would say
Earlier.
I would say more fall time. Actually,
This is
though, too.
this is
Okay.
the Valentine's Day or pre-holiday season type
Actually,
movie.
JR, can I
Yeah.
agree with you more? Valentine's Day would have been a better time
That's why I
for
said
that movie.
before this, an earlier release date.
That's not the kind of movie you release during the summer.
March.
No,
Heck,
I
you did
think
Valentine's
February
Day,
would have been the
Valentine's
better
Day, yeah.
bet, or I would have just waited till fall and just kind of done that instead.
Yeah,
though.
true.
Because I think this movie, it's got some talent in it. And
Yeah,
it
there's
just,
enough talent in there. It's just
we know Bradley Cooper can handle a movie on his own or whatever. He's got some great supporting. Emma Stone proved herself in Birdman, so I have no problem there or whatever. It's just that I don't think this movie is going to be a success just because of when it's being released. So I think,
Yeah,
and I
it's
think the
gonna get
studio might know
overshadowed.
that too. It's just
Yeah.
like, where can we just fit in this and just
pray to God.
yeah, pretty much. Well, you guys might want to pray to God if you happen to run into this lady in the in the movie theater. Yeah, I'm talking about Melissa McCarthy.
It must be Spy.
Yeah, it's called Spy. I saw the trailer for it the other night. Susan Cooper, Melissa McCartney, is a CIA analyst, and when her partner Jude Law goes missing in action and another agent takes his place, she offers to go undercover. Jason Statham and Rose Byrne co-star in here. Comes out June 5th. I'm going to get dragged to this movie, like it or not, because unfortunately it's directed by the director of Bridesmaids and Ghostbusters 3.
Yeah.
If I'm looking for a laugh and I'm bored, I might go see
The
this.
shtick has gone so far. I mean, it's gone too long with Melissa McCartney. Bottom line,
you can beat the dead horse as many times as you want, but
Oh, well, that's a big ass horse.
true.
Yeah, even I think Snowflake would agree on that.
It's not Snowflake.
She said on Snowflake.
Oh dear.
I don't know. I mean, I think that, Melissa McCartney. I mean, she does bring in sometimes crowds or whatever. I mean, it's different for her, I guess, but it's still she's playing that.
She's playing that
whatever.
shtick.
She's a female Chris Farley.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Do not insult Chris Farley like that. Come on.
Dude, he was a physical comedic genius.
Yeah, because that's what it was.
But and this is exactly
had so much
what
more
she
talent
is.
than this lady does, though.
But here's the thing, especially everybody always tries to do that because of Chris Farley. You realize, especially like any like stand up stuff, even like Saturday Night Live, Mad TV, they all did this.
What's the guy who played in Good Burger? Keenan
Thompson.
Keenan Thompson. You had that. No, when especially on Mad TV, what's the guy's name? Will Sasso. He was there, Fat Guy.
Oh yeah.
That they did it. It's everyone does that. They always get one guy. Once he left, you had and especially on Saturday Night Live for a little bit there, Horatio Sands. What do you think he was there for? He was the physical comic.
And then
now he's lost a lot of weight.
He went down with boat trip.
Why is it when a comic, I guess if you want to call him comic, Jonah Hill, when they lose weight, why do they not become so funny?
Because they lose that. They lose their
their edge.
Yeah, they lose their edge.
Leslie Chow said it best. He's funny because he's fat.
Exactly. Yeah, Jonah Hill. Yeah, you never had talent. You were just a fat, funny guy.
Yeah.
They slimmed down. And we're like, oh, you're
then
not.
he decided to do a serious movie, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah.
Another time, I tell you that. I will give that to Spy. Take it for what it's worth anyway, though. So
wait for it to come out later.
We'll see what happens. Let's move into June here. Entourage. Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, we're guys. What can we say?
We're guys. It's the male Sex in the City. That's pretty much what
it is.
And girls, they love it too. A lot of eye candy for the girls as well too.
Yeah, pretty
Adrian
much.
Grenier, can't go wrong. Kevin Connolly, Jerry Ferrara, who lost some weight, Jeremy Piven, and the best of the Dillon brothers, Kevin Dillon. Movie star Vincent Chase and his entourage are back with agent studio head Ari Gold, in tow. They conquered the realm of Hollywood once again. We talked about this with Furious 7. The boys are back, and
boys are back in town.
I can't wait to go see what the kind of shenanigans they're going to get into.
Oh, you can't go wrong. I mean, if you watch the show alone, you already know like what to expect.
Right. Now it's been a couple years since the show ended their run on HBO.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be a rated R movie. Now the question is, how big of a fan base is this going to have? Is it going to be how Sex and the City was? I don't know how long Sex and the City ran, how many seasons. I'm going to guess at least 8 to 10 seasons, probably.
Far too long.
Yeah.
My brother actually has the entire set.
Are they going to be able to make enough money to get this?
You're going to have the fan base come in, obviously.
Right, but is the fan base big enough, though?
True.
And for anybody who has never watched it before, you have to go back and watch.
You have to watch the entire,
follow what's going on. This is not one of those movies you can just go in like a Mad Max where you don't.
You already have to know the characters and know their
exactly.
backstory.
It picks up almost right where it left off. So, it's like if Game of Thrones was to go make a movie a couple years from now. You have to go watch all the Game of Thrones and then go see that. So,
true.
While I have love for Entourage, I'm just worried that they're not going to make as much money as they could.
It's very limited, in that regards. I understand.
I mean, it's based. Mark. They've have so many different guest spots in this, and I think that's where that's the selling point for this.
Is to get the
Mark Wahlberg, Liam
cameos.
Neeson, Ronda Rousey, Carrie Busey's going to be in it. Bob Saget.
Well, that's what the show had as
the
well.
blurred lines. chick. What's her name? Well, you know. Anyway,
well,
go see Blurred Lines.
That's what the
music
show
video.
had as well. It had them in there.
Yeah. So, and that's how they've, they're just listing a whole bunch of names in there too. So, I don't know. I give it the ding. I want it to do well, but I'm just kind of nervous
we want
at
to do
the
well,
same time,
but
though,
yeah,
too. Yeah.
It's solely reliant on the fan base in that regard.
Yeah.
So
anyway, I give it the ding. Moving on here, this is one we definitely want to talk about. June 12th, Jurassic World. Taking place 22 years. Yeah, crack your neck there, JR. Taking place 22 years after the events depicted in Jurassic Park, a new adventure park has been opened at Isla Nublar, as envisioned by John Hammond. Owen, played by Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, conducts research on
Star-Lord
velociraptors as a new attraction backfires. Also starring Ron Howard's daughter, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Jake Johnson. Guys, what do you think? Has it been too long? Are you ready to go back to the park and go see some dinosaurs?
I'll be there.
Dino DNA.
I mean, I'm gonna be there to see it, but are you
going to go see it fail? Because you want to say I told you so?
Almost. That's a sad thing.
He would do that.
I know. It's no, trust me, it's going to bring in a box office because everybody's like, remember 1992, how amazing that was? Yeah, because they were like, oh, here's how you do CGI correct.
Right.
And we've seen how the whole Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies have gone since that inception.
Right.
Downhill for those who are not following along.
We've talked a little bit about before, but let's just recap how we feel about Chris Pratt taking the lead of this.
Star-Lord, let's be honest.
I like Chris Pratt, but he's playing a serious role, more or less, though, too.
And we've discussed.
And we can't take him seriously.
We don't, yeah.
No.
Him standing there in that little vest.
Yeah.
In a trailer, driving on a motorcycle with raptors.
Come on,
he
Bradley,
trains
it's
raptors. I know it's
suspend disbelief.
That's what I'm trying to, but my God, it's hard to. But when the trailer says in the beginning lines of it, we've created a hybrid, a first of its kind, and then Chris Pratt walks in and goes, that seems like a terrible idea.
You created your own dinosaur. Doesn't sound like a good idea.
It doesn't seem like a good idea. And that's the plot of your entire film.
Yeah.
I have to wonder. From there, where do you go from there? Because you've already just summed up what everybody else is thinking in the theater. Why? Why was this a good idea?
I don't know. It's interesting to see. Okay, what would have happened?
What
if
would happen?
The park didn't open?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's an interesting
SeaWorld on steroids.
Basically,
you see the lady in the trailer getting picked up by the
pterodactyls.
The pterodactyl. That was pretty. I mean, I feel bad for the lady, but damn, that was pretty cool. So.
It's one of those films where it's like, okay, this is an interesting what if scenario, but how far can you run with this?
But when I saw the original Jurassic Park with my dad, I mean, we remember it just scared the living S out of us, but it was in a good way though. It was just that entertaining, and it just like you said, 22 years later, but the CGI does not look as good.
Yeah. It's like, well, the thing is, they mixed in both. Like, if you remember back in that, it mixed in both. You had CGI, but you also had animatronics. There were walking raptors.
Not this time, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that
you
I know
had
of, anyway.
The T-Rex, for God's sakes, was right there.
Yeah.
So...
and I hope it's not just too many, like, oh, here's some Easter eggs from the last one, or from the original, just like, instead of just being more creative
stuff.
or whatever.
I mean,
and I don't want it to be a setup movie either, which I'm afraid it's going to be.
It's going to be.
Yeah. That's another thing and as we go on with movies, I'm tired of setup movies. Make a standalone film. And make it to the best that you can.
Don't set it up that it's like there's going to be another one down the line. No, get a good start.
Yeah.
Beginning, middle, and finish. Bring some conclusion.
Right.
Then from there, you maybe leave a little nugget.
Yes.
That can be like, okay, we can build upon this.
Right.
Don't have it set up as this is all just a setup.
Right.
No, that's not a film.
No.
That's a preview.
Yeah.
Don't give me a 2-hour preview.
Right. So I think we're all going to give it the ding. We'll go see it.
We'll give it the ding because we're going to see it just because.
We've been waiting for this one for a while,
True.
too. And I just can't get over just having, if you're going to have the Jurassic World, doors opening, at least make it the real wooden doors, gates opening.
No. It's going to be the big metal one.
It's just the...
It's so hilarious to go back and see that the gate...
It's because it lost the Ma and Pa owners, and now it's a big multi-dollar
company. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you see, life finds a way. And I hope he makes a cameo. I really want to make a cameo in there. I really do. That's all. Anywho, though.
No Newman cameo? Come on.
Oh, didn't you see the first one, Bradley? Come on, buddy.
Come on.
Come on.
Taxidermist stuffed him to be an everything right there.
He was eating his butterfingers.
Oh, God.
All right, moving on here. I was going to talk about Inside Out that comes out on June 19th. It's a CGI Disney movie from Pixar Studios. It's going to make money.
Prince money.
Yeah, that's all I can say about that. It's got Amy Poehler, Bill Hader.
That's to print money.
It's there to print money. It's could be one of the better Pixar movies. Now, I haven't had a chance to really watch too many Disney movies. I haven't even watched the second or third Toy Story, but it's possibly going to be that good.
Is it better than WALL-E?
That's another thing. I don't know. So for all you Pixar fans out there, I'll give it the ding because the trailers, look really good for it. I don't know if I'm going to go out of my way to see it, but to take the family too and so forth, and whatever. I think it's going to be very entertaining. Now, the one I do want to talk about was CGI characters, and believe me, Pixar would never create something like this. Ted 2.
Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane, Mark Wahlberg, Amanda Seyfried, Morgan Freeman, and Liam Neeson. In the sequel, Ted is trying to raise a child, but needs to prove he is a person first. Comes out June 26th. Love the first Ted. The more I watch that one, the more I just enjoy it.
Comedy gold.
You guys happened to see A Million Ways to Die in the West last year.
Correct.
I passed on that one just because I don't know. It didn't have the same. Didn't look at like the same kind of feel as like a Ted.
True.
So I mean,
it was more
you guys
like,
enjoyed it though. So
yeah, it's
the Family Guy.
It's Family Guy in a Western. That's what it is.
Right.
You get it was from when I looked at it too. It was also Seth MacFarlane saying, "Hey, I really want to put off my musical composition talent so I can make sweeping scores because that film has a lot of it in it. Let's be honest."
Right.
But yeah, it's him doing a dumb Western. That's pretty much what it is. Expect stupid jokes. You've got Neil Patrick Harris in there, for God's sakes, doing a mustache song.
Right. But it's kind of nice that it's kind of nice that he's just going to be doing the voice of the bear.
Yeah, he's doing the voice.
He's directing it too, and that's fine. But this has to be good for him because he's 1-1 right now.
I think also too was because he was the main focus and the main character.
Exactly.
Too, is one would also put it because in a lot of the scenes, especially that is he stands out from everybody else, especially in A Million Ways to Die from the West. Like he is so alienated from everybody else in that film. That's probably what separates.
And he had a lot of talent in there too.
He had a lot of talent too.
Actually, I believe Amanda Seyfried was in there along with Liam Neeson. So he brought the crew over. And now he's adding Morgan Freeman to it. So
I also kind of think though with A Million Ways to Die in the West, it almost kind of seemed as though we all remember the little caveat in the Easter egg of who decided to show up in the barn. Great Scott.
Yeah.
It was almost as if someone took the time machine, dropped him off back there, and he's got this wealth of knowledge of how crappy life in the West was. So we made friends, and this sucks, and here's jokes about it.
Yeah, it's just him commenting. Yeah.
Yeah.
How else do you think he got back there in the Western times?
I don't know. I'm gonna go see it. This one I would definitely go out of my way to go see.
Yeah,
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for him because I want this to do good.
You want the comedy to still hold up and not kind of fall, because that's the one thing, especially when you do a sequel of comedy, is how strong is the laugh, how strong is the joke? Because you can have those where you see, like, easy example I want to do is like Austin Powers films. 1, good. 2, phenomenal. 3, like the joke can only go so far.
Yeah.
So.
I hope he saves some good shenanigans for two. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, I think he could. I think if it's done right, it's just
clever writing and just good performances, especially.
And it's not going to be just on him.
Yeah,
there too. You got Marky Mark there, so it should be pretty good.
I mean, come on, he's got Flash Gordon, for God's sake.
Yeah, Flash Gordon marrying him. That was pretty funny too out of the trailer. So, all right, let's move into July as we keep this going here. Terminator Genesis.
I'll be back, my heap.
The Silver Fox jumping skydiving. God. All right. I will go see this. I'm only giving this a ding because I just want to see what Arnold's going to be doing.
That's pretty much the only reason why you're going into it. It's like you don't care about the characters. You don't even know who's there. It's like, hey, Arnold's playing.
Believe me, the girl Khaleesi, she looks pretty hot. She looks like Sarah Connor. Not too sold on the guy who's playing Kyle Reese. Oh my god, I forgot his name. Jai Courtney. Yeah. This is the fourth movie in the installment. Includes time travel, dangerous new enemies, and Arnold Schwarzenegger with Emilia Clarke and Jason Clarke in it too. Jason Clarke was in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes in there too. I like him. And he was also in the Osama bin Laden movie. Oh my god,
Zero Dark
Thirty. I really liked him in that movie.
He was one of the main bad dudes in White House Down too, if I remember correctly.
I didn't see that one. No, that's one I passed on. I went to see Olympus Has Fallen instead.
Olympus Has Fallen,
yeah. Same
Both
idea.
were good.
Same idea. Can this Terminator franchise finally get back to where it was? I say no. I really say no.
I really wish they had gone farther in with the whole Christian Bale type line with it, because to me, that one had legs.
The Salvation one?
Well, the trailers were better than the movie. Yeah.
You had that. You had an entire TV series based around Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at this and just the whole thing of
you're beating the dead horse.
Old Arnold having to talk to young Arnold from a clip that's been miraculously filled in from the 80s. It's
CGI didn't, let's be honest.
The CGI doesn't look as good as when Terminator 2 came out, too.
True. Terminator 2 still stands the test of time. I don't know how, but yeah.
It's Cameron, and Cameron
knows how to.
Didn't want involvement in this. Now, I think maybe he sold the rights. I don't know if he's even trying to get the rights back. I think he's too busy with Avatar right now. But I don't know. This is a new production company that's dealing with this. I don't know. Unless
you wow me, unless you really do wow me.
First of all, I'm afraid it's going to be PG-13, and nothing wrong with a PG-13 movie. Believe me,
Terminator. It's got to be an R movie.
But it's Terminator. We've seen what Die Hard did when they went PG-13. And then they went back to R, but that was a PG-13 movie. They just put R just so they could get Yippee-ki-yay in there, too.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah. But, I mean, Terminator, it was not so much the language. It was about the violence, though, too. Yeah. And this is going to be PG-13 just trying to, it's a moneymaker and it's a setup film. That's what this is, and it's another shot for Arnold redemption, I'm afraid. So, I mean, I want it to be good because I like that world that, it's in there, and it's just, I don't know.
I've got another Arnold film on my list, and I don't know if this one's even going to be it, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be the one. I don't know if that comes. I got to find out about that one, pal. I know which one you're talking about, though. We will talk briefly about Magic Mike Triple XL.
That's brief enough. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Well, Channing Tatum fans out there, Amber Heard, Jada Pinkett Smith, Matt Bomer.
We know what's on your mind there, Brad.
Joe Magnagelio. Yeah.
So that 3 times
AKA
fast.
luckiest man on earth because he's stupping Sofia Vergara.
Yeah, and Elizabeth Banks. 3 years after Mike quit his stripper life, the remaining king of Tampa went to end their careers. However, they want to go out in a good way with one last big performance. Never saw the original Magic Mike. Something tells me I'm going to see that and Magic Mike XXL. And
welcome, Chrissy.
And I haven't seen it in real life too. Whoops.
What kind of workouts are you guys doing on Tuesdays? Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I have seen the real Magic
Radio
Mike.
edit.
Yeah, I did see the real Magic Mike in real life in Vegas, and what happens there, trust me, it was the Australian Magic Mike, mind you, though,
God.
too. For you ladies that are out there, and if you want to see Channing Tatum,
if you wanted redemption from 50 Shades of Grey,
yeah, that would actually make a lot more.
There you go.
Yeah. But Magic Mike actually has a following, and even there's the guys out there who do enjoy it. So, anyway, whatever, if you want to go see it, that's fine. Anyway, Minions, we will talk about this just for 1 second. Sandra Bullock is actually going to play the main person in this, taking the place of Steve Carell, because this is actually a prequel to Despicable Me.
Okay.
John Hamm is also
They're
providing
really
a voice in there. The Minions travel through time, serving such prominent historical figures such as T-Rex and Napoleon, but as they kill off every single one of their leaders, Kevin Stewart and Bob set out into the world to find a new evil boss. Actually, I saw the trailers for it. It looked interesting. I never saw all of Despicable Me or Despicable Me 2. Banana? The ladies can't seem to get enough of the Minions, so if you need a movie to go take them to, July 10th.
That's up for the kid. The kids
and the kids too. Go for it. Why not? So, but we got to keep it moving here. Speaking of, no, I got nothing. Squashing Ant-Man. Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's the thing. Yeah.
Con man Scott Lang, played by Paul Rudd, has the ability to shrink into scale but get stronger. In the film, he needs to help his mentor protect the secret behind the Ant-Man suit and save the world with Michael Douglas, Evangeline Lilly, and Michael Pena. Guys, this comes out July 17th.
We have not really big high hopes for this.
I mean, I don't know. I like Marvel movies, but I'm going to say, and this is going to be the one that's not going to be their best. It's not going to be a failure, but it's just not going to be Marvel quality.
The second Thor will be better than this movie.
Ouch.
Ooh. Dang.
No, I'm going to say one better. The Edward Norton Hulk will be better than this movie.
Ooh.
Wow.
Man, you're going to need some eyes for that burn.
I got no interest
in
this.
You mean the Eric Bana one, right?
No, that doesn't exist in Hollywood lore.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Fuck you, Slater.
So we'll see it on FX next week.
This is going to be on the FX Sunday Movie Marathon.
Yeah, true.
Part of next to Spider-Man 3, The Incredible Hulk, and whatever else on there too.
Also, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Well, we're talking Marvel movies, but okay, you can put that in there too. The game is on.
I probably watched that way too many times.
Unfortunately, Paul Rudd. I like Paul Rudd. I think we all like Paul Rudd.
We knew from the whole sordid history behind this film, just trying to get it greenlit, get it off the ground.
The whole Edgar Wright thing, people still have a sour taste in their mouth about that. They think Marvel was big bad.
This
big bad company wants to control. Bottom line is his story.
Is wrong, mouse.
The story didn't fit into the mouse's plan, and and that's fine. They had the creative differences. That's fine, but I'm worried because it's the writer and the guy who writes all the bad Will Ferrell movies. What's his name? I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, though, I don't know. I think this is going to be. It's not had a lot of trailers. We don't know.
Yeah, we only had like one or two.
Because of the Avengers right now.
They're banking on that to make the money. So this is just this is a tax write-off. Let's be honest.
Rumor has it that post credits or whatever kind of credits they are going to have in Avengers will lead up into Ant-Man. It might help it, and then, or at least after the Avengers comes out, they're going to put 110% into the marketing for Ant-Man.
Yeah.
That might be the only way they can help this. Maybe the comedy. It's a wannabe Iron Man, but with Adam McKay. That's the writer.
You're doing another origin story again. So,
I don't know. Pixels. Screw you, Adam Sandler.
Even the person who does video games, will say no.
No, he can kiss my ass. Moving into July 31st. Wow, that went by pretty quick.
Wow.
Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. A movie about
airplane.
Ethan Hunt is the stuntman. Oh, God. A movie about Ethan Hunt and the IMF team. Tom Cruise, Jeremy Renner, Alec Baldwin, Ving Rhames. Yes, he is still alive. Jeremy Renner.
Dang.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner. That guy who actually is a part of every big movie franchise. Who else is in this?
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg, of course. How could you leave Simon Pegg out of this?
You need the comic relief.
This movie was supposed to debut in December of 2015. Is actually ahead of schedule. The trailers have sold me. Mission Impossible movies, we know what to expect with them by now,
True.
especially since the last one. It's nothing like the TV series, but it's Tom Cruise doing whatever kind of crazy stunt he can do. And he does his own stunts. He strapped himself to an airplane going 2,000 feet off the ground. Oh, my God.
Wrong door.
Yeah. The other door. So I think we're on at least I know I want to see this. I'll recommend it. Kind of high hopes for this. I don't know how old Ethan. I'm sorry, I keep saying Ethan Hunt because he really is Tom Cruise.
As long as he keeps his damn real life out of the films, we'll be good.
I think we're way beyond that. I think people still have a sour taste in their mouth about him jumping on a couch, and that was all the way back in 2006. But if that's if that's how you feel, that's fine. JR, are you going to go see this with me?
Went to go see. Ghost Protocol was good.
Yeah, it was really good. JR, you're finishing that one right now, actually, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we will give that the ding. August 7th, we're actually moving ahead right now. Fantastic Four. This one is going to be the
interesting.
This one will be.
You have to ask yourself when.
Yeah, that would be the wild card almost.
Yeah, true.
Of just summer movies in general, how do you take one? Not, I wouldn't say it's not a popular comic book franchise, to say the least. It's probably one of the
more known ones. It's not the mainstream.
Top 5, and
it's not the top tier,
and it's not even top 10. Actually,
Yeah,
I think it
true.
fell into 14. I could be wrong. Nerds can send their hate mail to Brian at thebanteringbohs.com.
We will not read them.
Nope.
Well, for a second,
we don't get
and then we'll laugh and burn
Yeah.
it.
I skimmed it.
Miles Teller, Kate Mara, Jamie Bell, Michael B. Jordan, the comic book team gets a reboot in this blockbuster
big
about 4
reboot.
scientists who try to save the world with their superhuman abilities. Dr. Doom is more like a hacker, almost in a way, too. I don't know. Could be interesting. It's putting, you know what we said? It is kind of putting a Interstellar spin on this.
Onto the series.
X-Men meets Interstellar. That's how I would describe this movie. From the writer of X-Men, Simon Kinberg. The director of Chronicle did this movie. So for any of you guys who actually did get a chance to see that, I don't know. I'm going to say that...
I actually hope it to be good because
I wouldn't mind it being good.
I would like to be good because if we look at what we've had before,
I need more information.
Yeah, that's the thing is we don't. We're limited information.
We're getting more trailers for it to come, but
we just got the picture of the actual full frontal of the thing, so we actually see what he looks like from the front. So.
Right, and it actually looked pretty good. It's not Michael Chiklis, so that's
true.
Being there. I mean, I like Michael Chiklis, but he just, that was the original 2 Fantastic Four movies, if you want to call them that, were just pretty much like a...
Let's try and see if we can do what Spider-Man did.
It was like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of almost, and, well, maybe better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., from what I understand, but I don't know. But, hey, it is what it is.
It's the Spider-Man hype. Everybody's going to make something off of it. That's
actually, that's a good point. It was like at the time of the Spider-Man cheese factor.
When Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was released, that version, they took that and were like, we can do this. Because if you think about it, around that time, it's like, what else we got? Comic book movies. We need comic book movies like this. So, you had it there.
And I didn't mind Jessica Alba as the Invisible Woman, but...
Yeah, true.
Oh, you can never mind that.
We need you to take off your clothes.
Well, that's what Robert Rodriguez is around for. All right, so I'm going to give it just... I don't think... people will go see it out of curiosity. I'm going to go see it, but I'm not going to say it's one I highly recommend.
Okay.
So, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. This is based on the classic TV spy series. The film centers on a CIA agent who teams up with a KGB operative to thwart a terrorist threat. Henry Cavill, a.k.a. Superman, Man of Steel. Armie Hammer, who was...
the Lone Ranger,
who was originally going to play Batman at one time, actually, and Hugh Grant. This comes out on August 14th. It was big. It's set in the 60s, back, I think, 1963 or whatever. Kind of interesting because Henry Cavill was in line to play James Bond, actually, at one time, though, too.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that one before.
Yeah, I think it actually looks pretty good. It's from director Guy Ritchie, so if any of you guys do enjoy his movies...
Might check it out then.
Yeah,
it's not going to be a big hit, but it's in August. It's coming at the end of summer, and there's not too much to choose from at that time. So,
True.
It's just...
Could be something interesting.
I think it could be interesting. I like Henry Cavill, but I haven't seen much of his work.
Sure.
Same with Armie Hammer. I don't know really too much, but it's kind of got that whole buddy kind of comedy spy thriller to it. So,
was he looking at a box of baking soda when he thought up his pseudonym?
I don't know.
Armie Hammer.
I can't take. Armie Hammer is Batman. I can't get. No. I can't. No. But I will give it the ding because I have
it's
faith.
Different.
I like the trailer. I like the look of it, and I like the tone. So I'm all for it. I wasn't going to mention this one, but I did see the trailer for it last night. Straight Outta Compton. You guys might find this interesting. The story of NWA
with attitude.
Yeah.
The story of NWA's rise to fame in the mid 1980s. Corey Hawkins, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Jason Mitchell, and Paul Giamatti. You guys can probably help me out a little bit more with this because I was still listening to Billy Joel at the time, unfortunately. Only I could make a Billy Joel reference with an NWA.
Eazy-E, Ice Cube, Dr.
Ice Cube's
Dre.
son actually is playing Ice Cube in this. No wonder he looks just like himself.
How uncanny.
Yeah.
And
who better to play him than your son?
How's his acting, though?
We don't know, Bradley.
True.
I might actually venture. It's definitely going to have to be a rental because you won't be able to walk anywhere near the movie theater for about the first month and a half of opening.
True.
But I think at least for educational purposes to kind of get a little bit backstory about where
you're gonna get
music
that.
came
It
from.
reminds
I'll go
me
see
of
it.
like an 8 Mile, but this is actually more based on a true story. And I liked 8 Mile. I really enjoyed that movie.
That's what I was actually thinking when you were saying it. So.
But
a little bit more the serious tone, obviously.
More serious,
factual, probably, hopefully.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're going to add the comedy factor. I mean, 8 Mile threw in some, I'd say comedy anyway in there too. I mean, it took itself seriously. This one definitely is going to be taking itself seriously. So we shall see what happens with that. As we wrap up summer, guys, I mean, there isn't much really to go. I will mention this one. Hitman Agent 47. You guys can say what you want about this. It's got, I think it's the guy from Game of Thrones. Also Rupert Friend, Zachary Quinto, who played Spock in the new Star Trek series. And
if it's any better than the first one, but
it's an assassin helps a woman find her father. Pretty much, it's based. It is a. It's based on the video game.
It's based on the video
Bradley,
game, but it's based on the video game. But what does that actually tell you? It has nothing to do with the video game except for the name and the look of the character.
And it's from the same makers as the original Hitman movie too,
which again had nothing to do with the video games except the look and the make of the actors.
Yeah, but it had Oye Karolinko in it.
True. That's pretty much. I mean, it was that and with that really cool fight scene with the swords in the subway. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
about that.
That one was good. But after that, it's like, okay, where do you go from this? But yeah, I mean,
the trailer was pretty cool for it.
I still have to look at it. Sorry to say, but yeah, if you want the true Hitman experience, play the game, especially Absolution. That was amazing, even though it's kind of like the easier one.
But this goes into the whole video game movies
adaptation
and
to it.
Right now, it hasn't taken off.
This
will not be the one to do that.
It won't be the one to do it. Again, the closest one to get it was Silent Hill. It's the closest one to the adaptation. But
I say Mortal Kombat.
Go in. We were wrong. Mortal Kombat is pretty BA. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I guess the best way is just go in with low expectations. So
it could be. It's not going to make if it. I guess what I say before. If it makes their budget,
if it's better than the first one, I'm just saying, if it's better than the first one,
the first one wasn't bad. It just it was all right.
Okay, it wasn't bad. It's just
I went in with an open mind on that though too. It's like, that was an FX kind of Sunday afternoon movie, and that's maybe why I enjoyed it.
That is an FX movie. Let's be honest. It's just
this is going to be in 2 years an FX movie also, or maybe a year.
The main who was the actor that played 47?
Timothy Olyphant.
Dear Lord, he was atrocious. Like, just as an actor,
he wasn't that good of a bad guy in Die Hard either.
Yeah, he's just bad. Yeah. It's not just like the characters were no, he's just bad acting.
Maybe it's the script he had to work with though too.
I don't know.
I mean, is Hayden Christensen really that bad of an actor, or was it the script?
Well, when was the last time you heard from Hayden Christensen?
Good point.
Yeah. So,
who's Hayden Christensen? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
going with low expectations. If it's like, look, I got nothing else left that's in the movie theater.
It's the end of the movie season. It's like I said, it's the ass end, August 28th. Or you can catch up on the rest of the summer movies
if they're still around, if they're still in this theater.
Yeah. So as we went through this list, that's about all we have. But I just want to know what your top 3 movies are that you guys want to see for this summer. JR, I'll let you kick it off, buddy.
I think it's going to be Mad Max.
Okay.
Then it will be Avengers, and then will be Ted 2. Ooh. An honorable mention will be a little kind of low-budget indie flick I saw a preview for, La Machina, I believe is the title.
Don't know anything about that, but
looks pretty interesting.
Okay. Guess I should have asked if there's any movies that I didn't mention that you guys wanted me to.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head, I'm afraid to say. I think Avengers obviously would be number 1 up there. Mm-hmm. Ted 2 I definitely get around to. I'm going to put on there Jurassic World as number 3. I'll see that. Just it's more of for me, I guess, more of a curiosity is where are you going to go with this? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I just hate having that, impression in the back of my head that this is just going to be a setup. I hate having that in the back of my mind. So
unfortunately, yeah. All right. Of course, I'm going to go Avengers. We'll talk about that in another second. I will put Mission Impossible: Rogue Agent. Yes, I would. Of course. Okay. Screw you guys. Well, I mean, I have, of course, high expectations because I've been wanting an Entourage movie for a little while, too. But I will put Tomorrowland on there instead of it, just because, like I said, my curiosity
to see where you're going to go with this.
I wouldn't mind.
Understandable.
I think that could be just that surprise kind of movie that, we have all these sequels. This is probably one of the most original ones out there too. So,
it's Disney.
Going back to the Avengers real quick, okay, because I know you guys are tired and want to get the hell out of here. At the same time, though, I want you guys to make a prediction on how much Avengers is going to make. And whoever does that buys, I don't know, eggplant fries, something like that. I don't know, whatever kind of bet. Now, mind you, right now, Age of Ultron box office is tracking at $200 million. The Avengers actually made $207.4 million on opening weekend when it came out in 2012. Now,
good Lord.
Just give me a number real quick.
I got nothing. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with numbers.
I'm gonna say 215.
215. Okay. Don't worry, it's being recorded, so we can always come back to this. $207.4 million.
207.
Yeah.
207. He said 215.
Right.
I'll take $1, Bob.
208.4 million.
200. Maybe. I may bump it up 200. I'll go 210.
Ooh. Okay.
210.
I'll go lower.
Okay.
I'll go at 180.
Okay.
I think because Avengers, maybe Marvel's been out there for a little while. I think it was more high expectation when these Marvel movies, just to get all the characters coming on at one time, because it hasn't been seen before.
Yeah.
Now we've seen it almost, and we've had more kind of like Avengers movies though too. So I'm going to say it's going to do great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And will it outdo Star Wars? Probably. As movies for 2015, I just don't think it's going to have as much expectation though too, because you have to still see all these Avengers or all these Marvel Cinematic movies. Yes,
in
I know you're yawning and so forth. Yeah. So anyway, though, that about does it for the summer 2015 movie preview. Hopefully you guys will get out there and
enjoy some films.
Yeah, it's going to be. We are actually looking over this list. I think there's a lot of big movies coming out, more than I thought.
And, and ones we're looking to enjoy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we just want to see a film. You just want to relax and enjoy it.
We go to just binge on popcorn, cherry Coke, or Dr. Pepper, whatever you want, and stuff like
Junior
that.
mints.
Whatever.
Brad, get my jujubes.
Get my icy for me. So,
ices.
Huh?
I like the ices.
Huh? I had an icy during Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles last year. I gotta tell you, that's the I don't know. Anyway. There we go. In the meantime, find us at thebanteringbohs.com. There you will find all of our latest shows and links to all the various social media networks. Gentlemen, have a great summer.
You as well.
Too, sir.
And to everyone listening, thanks as always for joining us. And we will catch you next time. Peace out. And, go see these movies.
Put them in a golf.
Peace out.
Hey there, folks. Do make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Bantering Bohs. Also, be sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/The Bantering Bohs. Thank you, and deuces.